Welcome to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. Last week, we talked about why it's so important to release the resistance that you may have around manifesting. This week, we're going to talk about step 1 of the 5 steps to creating more happiness and bliss in your life. So keep listening, my friends, to find out exactly what the first step to creating a life you love is all about. Hello, my friends. How are you? Did you have a nice weekend? Did you do anything fun? I know for most of you, the temperature is starting to feel different and our seasons are changing. The cooler weather is coming in. And here in Florida, we are starting to feel more breezes, which is so nice. The humidity has gone down. So now going outside, I'm not sweating my ass off in the first 5 minutes. Thank you to whoever came up with central air. I love you more than you know. Since we are on the topic of love, it's the perfect time to come from a place of gratitude so we can feel grateful for what we have in our life as well as for what we are wanting to come into our life. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this to you at all, but when saying your gratitudes daily and writing them down, I want you to also write down that you are grateful for what you are wanting to manifest, like you have already received it. Does that make sense? I will show you what I mean when I let you all know what I'm grateful for today. So tell me, my friends, what are you thankful for today? Feel the love, feel the emotion of love, and feel it go through your body. I can't help but smile when I think of feeling love. Just so you know, I have a huge smile on my face. Now, here we go. Listen closely. I'm going to go into my future self like I'm already there. Today, I'm thankful for the amount of success that the Life Coach Academy has received and continues to receive, the hundreds of students that have attended, and the amazing feedback and reviews that we've gotten from our students around the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, did you see how I did that? I'm already setting my expectation of how successful the Life Coach Academy is going to be. I already know this, and I'm extremely grateful for something that hasn't happened yet, but I am speaking it into existence. And I'm already living like it's true because it is. Our academy is the best academy out there, hands down. You have to talk about it, breathe it, and live it. And then, my friends, it will come to you and it will become your truth because that is how the universe works. And one of the laws that we haven't even touched on, which I will definitely get into in another episode, the law of assumption. Okay, it's time to give a big shout out to all of my listeners, all the way from Spain, and to everyone listening in the state of Connecticut. Hello, 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 my friends. Thank you all for choosing to listen to the Manifesting Formula, and thank you for spreading the word. Before we get into today's episode, I wanted to read to you a big win that Diana Benson posted in the Manifesting Formula Tribe page on Facebook. We are here to raise each other up and to help celebrate each other's wins, especially when it comes to realizing a manifesting win. Here is what she wrote. When you start manifesting, and today everything came into reality. Yup, I manifested a BMW. I fell in love with this car. I talked about it and said that I'm going to manifest this car. I then put it on my vision board. I had it in a place where every time I walked into the room, I felt the excitement, the chills of having that car. But the one thing that I didn't do was obsess over how it was going to happen. I allowed the process. I literally surrendered. When we try to control the outcome, it takes longer because we are telling the universe that we don't trust the process. We are trying to stick our nose where it shouldn't be. I just realized and knew it was on its way. How long did it take for me to manifest this? 6 weeks. I am so grateful to the universe for bringing this into my life. See that, my friends? This shit really does exist. We really are our own creators. You just have to believe, get excited, and surrender yourself to the universe and let the magic begin to happen. Get those journals out so we can add some positive affirmations to your list. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, I am always able to find a reason to smile. I just love that one. The word smile just makes you want to smile, right? Kind of like the word bubble. When you hear the word bubble, you can't but help smile. Go on, say the word and feel that smile stretch across your face. I told you. Number 2, I am allowing myself to feel good. Number 3, I can transform any negative into a positive no matter what it is. I love people that are able to do that. I love when something happens that most people will think is a negative circumstance. And then there is always that one person that flips it and says, hey, if it wasn't for us getting that flat tire, we wouldn't have had the time that we spent with one another, really getting to know each other. It's always great to look for that positive in every situation. Such an amazing way to live. Keep your journals close by because you're going to want to take notes from today's episode. So if you remember, last week we talked about how we need to release the resistance so we can start attracting what we want into our lives. And I mentioned how I was going to create an episode for each of the 5 ways to getting what you want. So let's jump into today's episode with the first step to getting what you want. So, my friends, the first step in creating that happiness and blissfulness into your life is to witness your resistance. The resistance to allowing, the resistance to, when I get that, I will be happy. A lot of these lessons that I'm about to tell you come from Abraham and A Course in Miracles. I've mentioned Abraham before, and I have quoted from A Course in Miracles as well. If you aren't familiar with Abraham, they are different spirit guides that speak through Esther Hicks. The universal laws are told by them to Jerry and Esther Hicks, and they wrote a book called The Law of Attraction, The Basics of the Teachings of Abraham. Excellent book, my friends, and it will help to get you familiar with the universal laws. It was published back in 2006, but their recordings of the conversations go back to 1986. What actually blows my mind is the first discovery of the use of the law of attraction, which was dated back in 1776. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. We are talking centuries ago. Now, the laws have existed forever. It's just that man had only discovered them. Jesus worked with the laws of the universe because he knew as to why he was able to do the many miracles that he did. So, getting back to Abraham. Abraham teaches that every thought vibrates, which means that every thought radiates a signal because our thoughts are made up of energy. Your thought right now, whatever thought you're thinking, is vibrating and it's radiating a signal, an emotion, a feeling. So ask yourself right now, what are you thinking? That thought of yours is attracting a signal, and that signal vibrates an energy. Your thought then creates a feeling, which attracts another signal to you. So every thought and every feeling that you have creates an energy, which attracts a signal, a wavelength that is on a certain frequency level. Are you still with me right now? Our thoughts and feelings vibrate, and our resistance starts with what we're thinking and feeling. It's about becoming aware and conscious of your thoughts, your energy, your feelings, your actions, and your words. It's super important to pay attention to what you are putting out into the world, how you're showing up. You need to be aware of the resistance. When we are aware, we can learn to stop resisting and we can allow our manifestations to flow into our lives. Just like how Diana let her BMW come to her. She let go of the outcome, she did the work, and she surrendered herself by allowing, by not questioning, and by knowing that it was going to happen. I want you to write this down. Are you ready? Here we go. There is only a stream of well-being that flows. You can allow it or you can resist it, but it flows just the same. The stream of well-being is always flowing, always. The stream of goodness, of paradise, of fortune is always flowing, my friends. You can allow it or you can resist it. It's your choice. Realize your truth, my friends. You just need to allow it to come to you. A Course in Miracles says, I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I will achieve. Everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for. I receive as I have asked. Please take that in. Everything that you are receiving, both good and bad, are what you have asked for. Once you start to accept this as your truth, that is when you will be able to start using the second law of the universe, which is the law of creation, where you can then learn to deliberately create by changing your thoughts to what you are wanting to attract into your life, instead of what you don't want. There is an energy of acceptance when you're in this place of bliss, of happiness. And there's also an energy block, an energy of resistance when you are in this place of negativity, of low vibe thoughts. So the first step is to recognize your patterns that have been blocking you from love, and your patterns of resistance that have been blocking you against seeing, against witnessing the love, against witnessing the love that you're wanting to feel. When you are feeling good, you are in flow, where you want to be. When you're not feeling good, that, my friends, is a sign of resistance. So when you're feeling good, you are in a state of flow, of acceptance, of love. And when you're feeling negative feelings, you are resisting. So you want to question in your life, where are you resisting? And where do things just flow? Ask yourself, where in my life am I resisting? Maybe in your life you're financially set and everything seems to flow for you when it comes to money. But when it comes to relationships, you just can't seem to attract the right person. Or maybe it's your bank account that doesn't have the abundant amount of finances in it, and you're still struggling with making your payments. By being aware of the areas that work for you is a huge positive. Now you can actually understand what flow looks like and feels like, and what resistance looks like and feels like. So now that you know where your resistance is, you can start working in those areas by digging further into them. It's about learning to clear the path to create a different energy around where your resistance is coming in. That's why it's so important to pay close attention to your emotions, because your emotions tell you if you are in energy of flow or if you are in energy of resisting. When we focus our energy on what we're not getting and wanting, we're creating more of what we're not wanting. We are creating that for ourselves. When we focus on the absence of something, it stays absent. We can't create it until we focus on already having it. Let me give you an example. Say you're wanting to be in a relationship so badly. You want to feel in love. You want to feel in love with another person right beside you. But every time you go out and you see other couples, you start to get upset, jealous, and even envious, which happens to be one of the worst vibrations you can feel. You start questioning, when is it going to be my time? Or why don't you have the relationship that you're wanting and have been so patiently waiting for? When is it going to be the right time? I'm tired of waiting. Is there really even someone out there that is meant for me? Why are all of my friends in relationships, but I'm the only one that isn't? I want you to see that even though you're wanting to be in a relationship, you are now focusing on the absence of having one. You are focusing on opposite of what you're wanting. You are confusing the universe with your thoughts. Can you see how that can happen? This is what we tend to do, my friends. We want something so badly, and then we turn it away with our thoughts. As to why I keep repeating to just think about what you want, not what you don't want. You are always attracting to yourself everything that you want by the thoughts that you are choosing to think. Remember, the universe is always giving you exactly what you want from the thoughts that you are thinking. Often, when we are thinking about our desires, we are thinking about the exact opposite. When you're thinking things like, oh, I don't want to be sick, instead of thinking, I'm really healthy. Or instead of thinking, I want to be in the perfect relationship for me, you're thinking, I don't want to be alone forever. What if I never meet someone? You think that you are focusing on what you want, but you are actually focusing on the opposite. You are focusing on what you don't want. So you would focus on your health rather than your illness. My friends, I want you to actually think about this in your life right now. Think about it. In what ways is your attention so deeply focused on what you are not wanting? And then ask yourself, how is it creating more of what you are not wanting into your life? Here's another example to help you understand better. One day, a client of mine was telling me that she really wanted to change her place of work. She was saying that she really wanted to work somewhere else, that everyone that she worked with was self absorbed, and that there was so much drama all the time. She would say things like, I just can't stand that I have to go to work every day. I just want to find a new job somewhere else. I want to find a new career, but I don't think it's possible. I just think maybe I'm too old to switch and no one's going to hire me at my age. I told her, your energy and your attention is clearly on what you're not wanting. Your attention is not on what you desire, and your resistance is the reason why you are feeling blocked from what you're wanting. When you learn to change what you focus on and let go of the resistance, that is when you will get the romance, the relationship that you're wanting, or the new career. As long as you stay focused on what you don't want, what you want can't come. Start owning that, my friends. What you want can't come from focusing on what you don't want. I want you to write this down. I witness that I am resisting my desire to be in love, to be healthy, to be wealthy, to be successful, whatever it is that you are resisting. Get clear. And then I want you to say, I am willing to see this differently. By saying that you are willing to see this differently, you are consciously saying this and you are choosing to change how you think and how you speak. You are changing your energy. There, my friends, is the first step to creating a lifetime of happiness and bliss by witnessing your resistance. Thank you all for listening to the Manifesting Formula. If you have any questions about today's episode or about manifesting, you can leave me a review on Apple Podcasts with your question, and I will answer it in one of the episodes. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, sending you all so much love and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. See you next week. Bye. If anyone is interested in becoming a certified life coach, please contact me in the show notes. You can sign up for the 30-minute consult and I will go through with you everything that you will learn in my 6-month certified coaching program. The Life Coach Academy is not like others out there. Not only is it very personal, since we decided to keep our class sizes small on purpose, we wanted a more one-on-one experience with only 8 students per class. You are also going to get an abundance amount of value for the cost of our certification program. If being a life coach has been on your mind, something that you may want to explore, or if you're having thoughts and feelings of wanting to serve others so they can start creating the life that they want and deserve by helping them reach their goals through working with the formula, I would love to talk to you. For me, being a life coach is extremely rewarding on many levels. By watching my clients realize the power that they have within themselves and then creating everything that they have always wanted is just incredible. And my friends, life coaches today can make a lot of money. I am serious. Can I tell you that this profession is not only taking over the mental health industry, and it is exploding like crazy, but this is the time to become a life coach. Because in about 3 to 5 years, everyone is going to be working with a personal life coach. Trust me, my friends, it is needed and it is happening. If you like what you're learning from this podcast, and if you have an interest in becoming a certified life coach, you are going to love the Life Coach Academy. You can head over to my website at www.christinerizzo.com to read all about what the Life Coach Academy is offering. Our classes open the first week of December, and I would love for you to join us. In our certification program, you are going to love what you are learning. Trust me, it's going to blow your mind. So sign up for your 30-minute consult. It is as simple as that. I look forward to seeing you there.